Acupuncture and herbal remedies are catching on around here, but they're not a key feature of American sports medicine. Here, these alternative medicines aren't alternative at all. They're standard practice. So how will Beijing blend the best of East and West to keep everyone healthy? In this episode, this New York physical therapist is himself a blend of East and West. How he caught Olympic fever and returned home to China to keep its Olympians in fighting form. And doctors at 3rd Peking Hospital are rooting for their patients, not just to recover, but to win Olympic gold. Then how Beijing CDC works to prevent another epidemic like SARS during the Olympics. Plus, help is on the way for injured Olympic tourists and athletes alike, right down to China's version of 911. Finally, get rid of that throbbing headache with your feet. All coming up now on Beijing, Are You Ready? For elite athletes like world champion gymnast Zhang Nan, injuries are a fact of athletic life.
作为一个运动员，任何一个运动员，又或者是说任何一个项目的运动员，都是不可能没有伤的。
That's why physical therapists are on her team of coaches, trainers, and doctors. Dr. Bob Chen is a former pro water polo player and coach with a PhD in physical therapy.
Injury most happen in ankle, knee, lower back, shoulder, and sometimes they even have problem with neck, wrist, elbow, almost everywhere.
Originally from Hong Kong, Dr. Chan got his degrees in the U.S. and has been on the faculties of New York University, Harvard, USC, and more. Currently, he's a professor at Hong Kong Polytechnic University, assigned to the Beijing Olympic Committee to help provide health and ongoing healing to the Chinese national gymnastics team. His treatment strategy reflects his life, a blend of East and West.
I am primarily using the Western physical therapy technique and combining with the Chinese traditional method, 推拿, deep tissue massage, sport massage, or manipulation to help them to feel better, to relieve the pain and muscle spasm. But of course, we also use a lot of what we call a Western technique, like muscle stretching, muscle energy technique, and all kind of different techniques that we found that best to use in sport.
An injury doesn't mean an instant vacation from rigorous training for a gymnast. Time lost recuperating can mean forfeiting a medal or losing a chance to even go to the Olympics. Even athletes who aren't dealing with injuries worry about them. Tung Haibin went to the 2004 Olympic Games, but he says he can't sit on his laurels. He needs every day of training possible.
训练中，主要担心的就是受伤。
Once again, Bob and his team are there to make sure these young men and women and their Olympic dreams are safe.
A lot of people have shoulder problem for the ring exercise. They need to really working on the muscle balance between the front and the back, and also the small muscle group inside to keep the muscle strong and joint stable.
But it seems that Dr. Bob Chan's work with the Chinese team members helps him as much as it does them.
Even though at the time I was in New York and I was waiting at the TV set and waiting for the good news. And when the good news came, and my family, my wife and myself, very happy because I found that at last we have an Olympic at home where we can show the world what the Chinese culture, the Chinese people, and also the sport in China. And I feel like I want to go back to help the Olympic and make it a better show to the world.
So when Bob brought his blend of art and science to China's Olympic gymnastics team, he brought something else too, his heart. He just had to be part of his homeland's race to win gold at the first Olympics ever held on Chinese soil.
There's one thing I have no doubt in my mind is the gymnastics team will do much better than last Olympic in Athens Olympic 2004.
If that happens, part of their success could be due to the work of physical therapists like Dr. Bob Chan.